Hi guys, it's Sarah from the Lonely Rose 9314, and this is part 3 of my 3-part Reality Friday video. Part 1 has me tasting toxic waste. If you haven't heard of toxic waste, it's a candy from Pakistan that's extremely sour. And to me it wasn't that sour until I chewed it, and then it became sour. But good news is that my throat feels much better. And then second one is stuff that's around my room. I explained more about where I felt the back of my filming set. I explained different things I got this week, about my writing styles, about my little figurine of Poison Ivy, which I never show her enough because she's on my bookshelf, actually. And yes, I know I probably have to do a bookshelf tour sometime, but I'm going down to my hometown this weekend, so I'm going to be getting a lot of my old books, bringing them up here, and reorganizing my rainbow bookshelf, because I finally made a rainbow bookshelf. But it's a little bit, off-colored, since I have multicolored books. I'm not really a fan of getting the books that are just like one solid color. But this Reality Friday video, part 3, I've been experiencing tattoo fever lately. I don't have any tattoos. As far as my family goes, my dad doesn't have tattoos, but he doesn't like tattoos to begin with. My mother doesn't have any tattoos, but to my mother, tattoos, if you're gonna get them, get something meaningful. I have 4 to 5 different tattoos that I'm probably gonna get that do have meaning to me in some part of my life. So that is that with that one. The only person that's actually technically in the family that I was raised in that has a tattoo is my sister Stephanie. She has it was either a treble clef or it was that. It's a music note. She has a music note on her back with her name with a star, because all her friends got stars for their friendship tattoos. So instead of the hand, like most of her friends have, she got on her back with her first tattoo. And that tattoo does have a lot of meaning for my sister, because she was in choir for 6 years straight. And choir is where she met most of her best friends. So, going back to what my mother said about having meaningful tattoos, I feel like I have made the right decision about what tattoos I want to get. And for my first one, it's the biggest one I'll probably ever get. Maybe my only one. I mean, let's face it, depending on what you get, tattoos can be rather expensive. And I'm not the tallest person ever, so I don't have a lot of room to get tattoos that won't hurt me as much. But yeah. So 5 tattoos, I think, is a very reasonable tattoo choice. So going along with my tattoos, my first one I'm ever gonna get is the one that is most important to me. I have a picture of it right here. I already got what I wanted set up. And so hopefully, whenever I go down to Florida this December, I'll be getting it. Hopefully. If I don't, well, I'm barely 22. I have a lot of time to get tattoos in my life. So my first tattoo is going to be a dream catcher that is going to have my great-grandmother's nickname down below it, and her date of birth or her date of death. And to me, this tattoo is extremely important to me. There's a lot of memories that come with this tattoo. Like the dream catcher, like some of you may not know, I am Cherokee, which is Native American. American. I don't know what my percentage is of Cherokee. I don't think it's that much. But to my family, dream catchers were a very important thing. It was a year-round Christmas gift. I still get them for Christmas. But the reason why I chose my great-grandmother's nickname, Gigi, is because it's an important name to me, and yeah, when people see my tattoo, they might not know why I just have a random Gigi on my back. But that's her nickname. It's not her real name, but it is her real name to me. And for tattoos, it's gotta be personal. And like one of my best friends, Grace said, if you're gonna get a tattoo, it's for you. So for me, she's known as Gigi. She'll always be my great-grandmother, my Gigi. It's what all her great-grandchildren used to call her. And I was lucky enough to know this woman for 13 years in my life before she died from liver failure, which was brought on probably by her smoking and the fact that she had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and which is a form of cancer, didn't help things in the matter. And it really hurts to this day. She died when I was 13, and as some of you guys know, 13 is a very sensitive stage for most girls. It's where you are entering adolescence, but you're not really there yet. You're still trying to figure out what the hell's going on with your body and mind, and that didn't help me a lot growing up. My great-grandmother was sick from when I was 12. I think she got diagnosed when I was 11, actually, and seeing her go through that really just had a big effect on me. Like, I've heard some people from my hometown have gotten into fights at Relay for Life, and you know what? I do have something to say to those people. If you're gonna start fighting at a cancer benefit, don't. Because, seriously, if one thing ticks me off, it's that. Be more fucking respectful than that, okay? There are people who have gone through this. There are survivors there. We don't need your bullshit there, okay? We don't need that. And if you're just there to cause trouble and to beat someone up, and there are people there who actually do care, you should feel ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. There's no reason you should be fighting there whatsoever. Have some goddamn respect. And I'm sorry for all the religious people in here. That's just a strong feeling for me. If you're fighting at a Relay for Life thing and I see you, I will seriously just go over there myself and tell you to go home, because no one needs you there. If you're just there to cause trouble, and you're not there to actually respect the ones who actually have lost someone to that, like I have. I mean, my great-grandmother wasn't the first one. I lost it. My dad lost his mother to cancer. One of my best friends back home lost her stepdad to cancer as well. So if you're there just to start a fight, don't start a fight, because you think you might be hot shit now. But if you're starting a fight at a Relay for Life benefit, are you really gonna be proud of that? Are you really gonna be proud of the fact that you beat someone up at an event that's supposed to help cancer research? Do you feel proud of yourself for that? If you were done that below, do you really feel proud of yourself for that? Because you really shouldn't. And I'm sorry if I got emotional there. That just pisses me off to no extreme, because if you're doing that, then you don't deserve to be at a Relay for Life. Just stay at home if you're gonna fight someone there, because that's not fair. That's really not. That's really not. And it's something. This is me getting a tad bit over emotional. I'm sorry. It's just, whenever I see things like that, I see that people get in fights at Relay for Life, I'm just over here going like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do something that is that cruel? Just to have your 15 seconds of pleasure? Seriously? So if you're proud of that, you should be really ashamed of yourself. And I feel sorry for you, and I pity you. a lot. A lot. So, you know who you are. You know who you are. You know what you did. If you did do it, I hope you regret it because it's something that you should regret doing. People are there to remember their loved ones and to remember that we could do something good. We could raise money for this. We could have one night where there are all kinds of memories there because Relay for Life is a huge part of my life too. Just like this is a huge part of my life. These tattoos that I'm talking about. And I'm sorry to go off on a rampage about Relay for Life. But if you ever participated in Relay for Life and you were there solely just for that reason, no reason for else, I applaud you. I really do. And I love you guys for that. But for the people who start fights there and are just there to start bullshit, just stay home. Stay home. Because this is my message to you. I told you about what my family went through, how this literally tore my family apart. And you're going to sit there and Relay for Life and start a fight with so many people that have memory, that have been through so much already. Shame on you. Just shame on you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me, get to my other tattoos. That one's kind of an emotional thing for me. I'm sorry. Relay for Life, people. I respect every one of you. I've done Relay for Life for about 5 years. And even if I don't go to the actual event, I'll still walk for Relay for Life on that day. Just like so I feel like I'm part of it. Okay, second tattoo that has meaning to me is actually one I thought of myself, since I've had a lot of heartbreaks in my life, and I don't regret a single one of them. They led me here. They led me to have amazing friends and an amazing boyfriend who shows me every day that I'm beautiful inside and out. So I'm happy that with my heartbreaks. So my next tattoo after that is gonna be a tree. It's gonna have, instead of leaves, it's gonna have broken hearts on it. And it's gonna have two people holding hands. And instead of the original quote I was gonna put for this, below it, it's gonna be, I still believe in destiny. Destiny, because I do. I still believe that two people are meant for each other. And for everyone who's going through a tough breakup right now, or who just loses hope, there is someone out there for you. Everyone has someone for them. Even if you don't get them this lifetime, next lifetime. They're there. They're always there for you. And it's gonna be different parts of your life. With me, my feelings about this is the fact that there's gonna be people there for you your whole life. They might come, they might go. I've had a lot of people come and go. And I love everyone who has touched my heart in some way or another, because they made me the person I am today, and I hold no regrets for doing the things I do and for saying the things I say. And if you want me to feel regretful, I don't. I'm sorry. If I did say something out of line, I do apologize for that. But if you say something you meant to say at the time, you might not have meant to say it, but it's something that makes you stronger. Don't apologize for it. Admit that you're wrong. Admit that you make mistakes. Admit that you're a human being. Like so many of us are. So that's my second tattoo. Kind of rambling, I'm sorry. I ramble whenever I'm kind of upset. Explaining the reasons why I want to get my tattoos makes me emotional. But this next one is more a light-hearted one. This one is gonna be for my book lover side. Because, as some of you know, I love books. I mean, I made a YouTube channel for books, for Christ's sakes. The next one, I'm gonna do the VA for Vampire Academy, because this book is a huge impact of my life. It got me through so much, reading about Rose and Mitri's love story. It's the one book that takes me out of my life for a while that I can enjoy, and that's what I love about books. It takes you out of your life, puts you in a whole other one, and Vampire Academy, no book has ever done that for me more like Vampire Academy. I love this book series so much. I've been through all 12 books. I've been through Vampire Academy and Bloodlines, and yes, I do wish it would continue, which is the next Top 5 Wednesday topic. So you guys already, there you go, you guys already know my number 1. Vampire Academy is definitely a huge part of my life. So I'm going to get the VA symbol, I'm going to get the gates, and I'm going to get the whole love and loyalty, run deeper than bloodline, right down there. There. And that's another tattoo I'm going to get. Okay, am I on the 4th one? Yeah, I'm on the 4th one. The 4th tattoo is my throwback to my high school days when I was in theater. If you guys don't know, theater is a huge part of my life, and so is English Expo. So my next tattoo is combining my 2 loves of my 3 loves of 1 writing stories, of 2 reading books, and 3 of theater, and 4 of roses, so it's got 4 different meanings. My tattoos have more than just one meaning to me, and that's what tattoos should have, you know? They should have one meaning or multiple meanings. They shouldn't be just something like a rash decision type of thing, because that's the thing that you're going to have for the rest of your life. That's the thing that you're going to look back at and realize that, wow, I got that. And I want to look back when I'm 80 years old and I'm sagging all over the place, and I want to look at my tattoos and realize that I made the right decision with my tattoos. Because I assure you that every tattoo I'm going to get is going to have some meaning to me. And this one, I'm going to get a mask, and it's going to have a ribbon and a book right beside it with the pen writing, and that's the throwback to my theater days. Like I said, growing up, it wasn't that difficult. I always had a roof over my head. I had the unconditional love of both my parents, and I have my sister, and I have my best friends. But I'm not gonna lie, I am a person. I had difficult times getting through it. And the one class that really made my life was theater. To this day, I still have my theater friends on my Facebook. Some of them might have deleted me by now, but you know, that's life. You're not always gonna stay in contact with the people you know from high school. But my theater group, I felt like we weren't just students, we were a family, and that's what a theater does to me. I feel like in the beginning of the semester, you don't know any of these people, you don't know what they're like, you don't know their goals, you don't know what their life is like, but for this one class, for this 1 hour, for all these plays, and for all these skits, and for all these monologues, you know, theater brings us together, and for once, we get to step outside of ourselves, and pretend to be someone else, and who doesn't want to do that every now and then? And for theater was my escape. Theater was everything to me, and so is writing, and so is reading books. So this is more like the my escape tattoo. This is for things that make me me. That's for things that make me believe that there are good things out there, like books and love and family, and that's another. Sorry, I'm getting emotional on this one. It's just this is a really personal part of my life that I don't really get into that often. But theater, my best memories are from theater. Those haunted houses were awesome. I didn't care if I was there from 2 hours to 8 hours. I loved every single minute of theater, and I'll never forget theater because it's such a huge part of my life. And even if I'm not doing it now because I don't have time to, and because I'm actually working, it'll always be a part of me. And so will everything to me. So that's it for that one. Another one of my tattoos I'm getting is actually something my boyfriend wrote me. And for this one, I already said my boyfriend wrote me this. It was around Christmas time when he wrote me this letter right here. I'm not gonna read to you what it says, but it's a quote that made me realize that he's right about me. I'm still searching and I'm still trying to find my way through life. And who could possibly say where I'm gonna end up? I can't even say that. So I've decided that if I ever did decide to get this tattoo, that this would be one of my important tattoos, because this is a personal thing that my boyfriend wrote to me, and he's one of the greatest people in my life right now. He talks to me when I'm upset, and sorry, emotions running through. I'm sorry about this, guys. But when I get to talking about my boyfriend, this is how I know it's love, because I love this boy. I do. I really do love him. So much. I'm in love with him. And, he's a boy that made everything better again. And, if I ever did get that tattoo, most people don't get tattoos. I remind them of their current boyfriends, because the curse of the whole getting tattoos thing when you're a couple, with me, if I got this tattoo, it would still mean something to me, because he is a huge part of why I'm strong right now. Because he is my rock. He helps me through everything. Whenever I'm having a bad day. And none of my friends could seem to cheer me up. Just seeing his face just makes me feel so much better. Even if he's standing right next to me or he's a million miles away, he'll always be in my heart. And I hate to end this on an emotional note, because, God, I'm crying. And for people who know me in my personal life, they know why I'm crying right now, but I'm sorry. And yeah, so that's gonna be one of my tattoos. If I decide that the pain, I can handle the pain of tattoos, because you never know of tattoos. You never know your pain threshold until you get a tattoo. And for me, all these tattoos mean something to me. And I'm glad that if you get tattoos, they mean something to you. Because that's what tattoos should be about. Tattoos are a expansion of who you are. And what I've described is expansions of who I am. And for me, this is what Reality Friday is all about. It's about opening up and letting people see the real me, unedited, uncut. This is a one take, and I'm not gonna do more takes because even if people do remember me as a crying girl who got so emotional in the tattoos I want to get video, you know, that's your deal. It's not mine, because this is me, and I'm always gonna be who I am. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for going through my emotional babble in this video. If you're still here, love you guys. Bye.